Thank you, 12. I really believe I could keep it going to 4 in a row. Hopefully with a 302, but just any PB should still be doable. Cause I'm not gonna lie, as much as I'm still really enjoying Darker Side, I do kind of want to move on from it. You need 1 in a row on Friday, you got that. Nice, nice. Been a few tries since I've gotten it first attempt. Oh wow. I hope I can do that in all moons on Saturday, just to get all of the coins that fast. That's like never happened before. And yes, for anyone who doesn't know, all moons run on Saturday. 12's gonna be running alongside me. Cinema indeed. You're gonna get a 9-2x and I'm gonna get a 7-2x. I don't actually expect a 7-2x, but it would be awesome. I expect more just like a mid to lower 7-3x. But honestly, even above that, the main goal is just have fun, vibe out. I feel like this is gold face, which would be crazy. Possibly replicate that insane 1535 sand exit I had once. Well, like, starting earlier, giving myself more resets, this is exactly the sort of, like, thing I'd hope for, that I could get on a go-to start like this, to have slightly more cushion later on. Good, good. Gotta do my cap throw farming, of course. Yep, I'm basically replicating it. Barely not a sand gold, but wow. Oh, no, it was very minor gold. And almost matching my crazy mistings that I didn't think I'd replicate. I'll just get it as Mario, I guess. I tried to hug it tight so that I could avoid full stunning without letting go of the button, but I cut it a little bit too tight. It's fine. Please? Alright, that was bad. That lost like 7, but it does not matter. Sure. I love inputs. World Director? Now that's a little much. Thanks, Electric. What am I doing? Maybe if I was running Pixel percent right now for world record. This is gonna lose like 10 to gold, but it's still gonna be a really good exit because I have like a perfect CCS. Happy. I love how that still saves time on best split times. Red 0.0, so real. Thanks for the good luck. Thanks, and you. You woke up to a PB? Told you. Well, I did say hopefully it'll be a 302. It wasn't a 302, unfortunately, but it was still a really good run. It was 302 pace all the way until I died on the bird in Cap 2. But like, today I practiced a lot of the stuff I failed in that run. I practiced a Giggler, Cap Bird, Lake Outfit clip. I figured out a way to do Mysterious Clouds more consistently, where I'm probably not risking dying on that Shireen bounce. I am a lot closer. I broke through the 303 barrier just half a minute left now for my big goal. That was terrifying. Oh my god, I would have like I would have been so mad at myself if I killed this run there. Because it's actually off to a really good start. Still plus 0.1 best split times. That just looks funny to me. Plus 0.4. I bet I can make it green out of boss. Let's try to do that. Green best split times. Hopefully it'll be green by the end of the run, if nothing else. True! And even more hopefully, it will be green by at least 31.5 seconds. Cappy, second time Cappy's not wanted to hit a globe. Still good though. $29.19. According to the splits, it's best pace ever. I don't think I've beaten it on any race splits or anything. So let's go. Let's go. I'm so glad the practice I did actually paid off. I was hitting that for a decent while today. And it's been a few runs since I've gotten it. True, it is going to look a few seconds worse for a good while, but once I get to Metro 2, I'm going to be able to play closer to Sob, so BPT should be more accurate instead of like, it's actually probably 10 seconds worse. And that was actually quite a solid night Metro, considering Giggler. 323. Yeah, normally it's like a 325 or slower when I hit it. So that's awesome. 322 actually. That means gold. I would love to gold Metro 2. Uh, it, I think it's very unlikely I gold it, but my PB was on gold pace if I didn't need the Giggler Moon, I think. It was very clean. I'd probably not recommend learning it for a while at Dash Pepper Yoshi. It doesn't save that much time, and it's fairly... it's not the most difficult execution-wise, but it is really weird to figure out the timer challenge. Or, timer challenge, the timing for... Those things are very true. If you can do Snow Clip, it's a little bit of a similar rhythm to that. And you do need to have really good out-of-bounds movement and good tank shooting to make the cycle in time. The good thing if you do decide to learn Giggler and start going for it is that there's not a huge amount of risk to it. If you fail it, you only lose like 1 second to not going for it. Since all that changes is you have to go through the animation of capturing a tank again. The timing is a challenge, so timer challenge does make sense. Yeah, that's not what I was going for, I just misspoke. But that is true. For reference, I learned Giggler when I had a 100 in any percent, and I was going for sub-hour, which I think is about when most people learn it. That's just kind of, I mean, anyone can add tricks at any time if they're consistent enough. But usually that sort of thing is just, that's the point when the time save would start to become more worth it for how difficult it is. And you'd actually be good enough to be able to execute the trick, do all of the movement out of bounds fast, to be able to make it back in time and to cycle. Yeah, probably not worth it. It takes a while to get used to the timing to clip itself, and then you can't make any major mistakes while out of bounds. It was nice doing ILs with it after going straight to it from doing musicians. Oh yeah, that's just mega time save. Not even doing bullet building yet and adding it with the Giggler. Saved 20 on your Metro. Yeah, I'm not surprised, honestly. I honestly feel like a Day Metro with the Giggler is easier than Day Metro without Giggler, and more fun. Yes, you do have to have good shots. Since even with the good out-of-bounds movement, you're cutting it a little bit close on the cycle. Also warning, because this happens to anyone who learns Giggler. Once you go back in the pipe to the arena, do not capture the tank immediately or your game will crash. So, like, do a full jump dive and land, like, closer to the tank before even thinking about capturing it. That's one of those things, like, it's never gonna happen to you if you know it exists. But it does make the cycle just that little bit tighter, even more. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Smutty did that in the 80% open, and it cost him the win. That was very unfortunate. Oh, we're bouncing. No, but man, I'm really excited for 80% open this year. For it to come back. That's not a very good Metro 1116. But I got Giggler, so I can have a good Metro too. I'm not on a better exit than the one in my PB anymore that missed a Giggler. Probably with the adjustment, it's still better. When is it? Last year, 80% open started in October, I think. Probably around then this year as well. I know there's also another 80% LTA coming up in September. No, not it. Man, my snow clips were going so well. Holy fast backup. That's what you love to see. That might genuinely be the fastest I've ever done screen clip. Yes, boundable guesses if anyone wants to guess between 50 and 52 seconds. I'm the backup where I have some sick backups from time to time. Alright. That is not how to do that ending strat we were talking about last time. That is how to do it. $51.57. Very close electric, just one digit off. That was an amazing last lap. Jay also pretty close in the other direction of the time. You would have been mad if it was a 65 because you almost said that. Fair. So if electric and you combine your guesses, you were right. If your guess was a 51.47, Jay, it would have been spot on, to combine average amount. W fish. Close enough, you will take it for sure. 543 with screen clip is kind of diabolical. Back on best pace ever, still holding on to 300 BPT. Definitely the latest I've kept 300 BPT ever. It's still early, but it's a really good feeling to be ahead of PB right now when PB was on a really good run up to this point. Knowing that there's time save in lunch run, time save because I got Ginger, and like all of the other dumb stuff that happened. Like, obviously there's going to be at least a couple really dumb things that always happen over the course of the run, but it doesn't change the fact that there are opportunities for time save, potentially. Pillars? Was my pillars bad in PD? I guess it was a little bit. I kind of vaguely remember that. It wasn't the worst in the world, but it wasn't great. It was like what I did in my first sub-hour, but not as bad. That gushing about did not stay on the platform. Did I know I can bounce on the gusher to reset its water, not just capturing? I'm not sure I did, actually. That's interesting. He is chasing me, right? Yeah, the camera just wasn't panning. Good. The Darker Side Wizard 04 said that today. Well, if 04 says it, I believe it.
See the music? Oh, how does it pause it?
No, plus 0.2. There's been a lot of that this run, just like hints behind best split times. It's funny. Luncheon 1 though, let's lock in. Because I don't remember the last time I haven't been like 10 plus off gold. Good question. I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't even pay that much attention to pace placement anymore, even though it's cool. I'm not sure why it's kind of been bugged out. I don't know if it's like because I edit some of my split times sometimes, or there's skip splits, or whatever the matter. I'm not sure. That would be my guess. Low-key, like, since I barely look at it, I should probably just, remove it and either, like, stretch my splits out to fill the same amount of space or find another component to put there. It's cool, but it doesn't work right a lot of the time, so you don't have it on your own splits. Yeah, that's fair. It was really cool to see, like, when I first had it, and now it's kind of just something that's there that's not really working how it should. Thanks for the good luck, Wiener. 58, 54 story room grab. I forget if I've had a 58 before, but the point is that's awesome. For some reason, I know times on that crab. Because I know why. I remember when it was like really cool for me to be able to grab that mood sub-hour. And now I get a 58 on it. And like, it wasn't even that long ago that like the sub-hour grab meant a good run. It's just like, I'm in a crazy flow with Darker at the moment. It just feels like everything is falling together into place. And I've just got everything down enough that I'm starting to show some really insane improvement, and it's such a crazy cool feeling. That's really close to a gold. That's the type of luncheon one I've been looking for on a pace like this. Yeah, fight went well. Love to see it. Sometimes it can be really annoying to get up those platforms on the last phase if I'm not positioned well. But no problems here. 101.49. All right. Make it? That was a little close. Wouldn't want to avoid death to lose time and cook my loads now. Yeah. I'm starting to get like the jitters again that I did during PB around the end of main game. Because it is just straight, genuine disbelief that I'm just cranking runs like this now. I don't know what happened. It must have been just in my head because I was struggling to beat that 304 at 39 for a while. And it's like the second I did, it's just all worries are gone. Bruh. That didn't lose anything. Crazy how Theory Pv's main games are just straight up bad for my standards now. Well, like, actual Pv's main game saves enough time on Theory's Pv's main game that if I tied Theory Pv's post game, that's like basically all for 302. But it's really funny because at the start of this grind I've been on, I was very 121 main game capable, but I didn't have a 121, and I considered 121 quite solid. And now it's like I'm breaking into this low 121 territory, close to 120. And I don't even feel like I'm doing much differently. I'm just really refining everything about this category. weird. Possibly my best bunnies ever in Darker. I don't split for it, but 512 feels kind of insane. That's not where I want you to go. Thanks for the good luck, Sato. Yes, have fun. That's also important as well. I am having a lot of fun with this category right now. As much as I'm hoping to get 302 and move on to other stuff, it doesn't change the fact I'm still having fun. Let's go. Might be a goal. I think it's a similar bubble hit to what I got last night, and that golden... Dude. Did not expect an even more goated main game than PB's 121-17. Certainly don't need better than that to 302. But, oh, sure, I will certainly take the security. $9.52. Yeah, sorry if I'm rambling too much. I'm just like blowing my own mind. And I'm just like kind of trying to process what's happening with these runs. Holy moly. 2 DSS for 120, trust. No. No, I would never. $55 for 121 OX. $121.08. That's mental. Why is that, like, probably very theoretically 301 pace? I mean, like, it's not gonna 301. But just, you know. Man, 150 off Sob in post game. This better happen. This better happen. It's 9 ahead of PB. Got Giggler. There's some easy mistakes to clean up. Still a lot of run left, but man, let's just stay locked. Oh, is that a gold? Sure. Speaking of golds, you hope you just golded wooded Prage. Thanks for the good luck. I am on certainly a run right now. I think I might be burning the place down with how much of a heater it is currently. You don't have a timer on? Ah. Any way to retime it? Were you recording?
Oh, fuera de vida.
Streaming? Okay. You'll end stream after Lost Finishers dies. Fair. Have you been doing like ILs runs? I'd assume ILs. ILs, yeah. How have ILs gone? Besides, potentially golding wooded just now. I don't want to know. But that makes me want to know even more. Sorry to hear. ILs can be really rough sometimes. Wooded is a very difficult kingdom in that setting, to be fair. Nut clips is just one of those things that'll annoyingly go in and out of your field for seemingly no reason. And like, I relate once it actually works and the rest doesn't end up aligning. Oh, I I wanted to try that frame throw. I learned about that from Pixel World Richard. Wow. I've tried it a few times, and that's the first time I've gotten that. No! Oh, that's awkward. If there was any, like, slight chance I golded, well... Man, I almost like that I'm not golding. Because that might just give me a heart attack. That probably would have golded, honestly, because 700 is still good.
Woohoo!
513.6, nice. No. 4-second gold. Yeah, I was gonna say that seemed like it was a pretty big gold for you. Definitely still more room for improvement, but that's a great step. And it's always awesome to get something like that after a really rough IL session. Finally, just get a good gold. Alright. Time to unveil what my, I'm paranoid method of doing mysterious clouds. Bam. See ya, Noah. I appreciate it. I honestly, like, even not in Darker, I don't know if that terrain bounce is worth it in any context. Over just doing that, losing, like, maybe a second or two for, like, a guaranteed no dying. whatever. I got it first try when the other chain shop wasn't in the way, so that's still a W. I need little minor time pulses like that, as I said, so I'm not freaking out quite as much. Can't have too many add up, but a couple, no worries. Still moving Mario very well overall. Not the greatest Cascade 2 to ever exist, but much better than a mysterious cloud's death. Still less than a minute off Saw, but what? Sure. Just noticed a 12-7 reference at the end of my Cascade 2 exit. Love to see it. That was like my PB was blessed. I think that was the one with the 51-27 bound bowl. I think that was gold face. I'm not sure if it's a gold face anymore. Yeah. Unfortunately. Out of all mistakes to make, not one I would expect. But guess what? It doesn't matter. It's still a fine and good Bowser's 2. Yes, 629, still perfect. Alright, if I lock in, really lock in, 150 Seaside 2 exit, No! We just one or two minor mistakes like that each split seems to be the trend so far. Um, much better than any major mistakes. I will accept it. You know, it can be really good, can't be perfect. I get that. I know I said earlier, sorry if I ramble too much, and now I'm gonna say sorry if I just, like, stop talking for long stretches of time. I'm just, like, flowing playing the game, and I don't want to disrupt that. Now that I'm like, oh crap, it's still going strong, and WSM is coming up. And even like, for me, I'd throw Lake in with WSM as well, WSML. Because like, I do outfit clip, which can be very difficult. And like, red room's scary, fishing is annoying. I had a couple of really weird mistakes in my PE. Lake 2 is also not an easy split by any means. I feel like, honestly, it's like Wooded 2 all the way through Cap 2, with maybe the exception of like Luncheon 2, since I'm not doing VCC anymore. That's like my one break I get in that whole run of splits. Luckily, after Cap 2, if I can keep it together, the rest should be mostly chilling. Not that there aren't things that can go wrong, but they're not quite as difficult splits at the very end. I actually just golded. What? 150.56. No. What 150? I know my Seaside 2 exits, and 150 means a lot. Well, like I saw people like Mark and people getting 150 Seaside 2 exits, and I'm like, I just can't. Like, I can 151, maybe even mid or low 151, but no shot I'd ever get anything good enough to 150. I put minute 3 off Sob into WSM. Really? Is that going to be my minor mistake of this split? Oh. I mean, it's so long and difficult that I'd expect more. But just minor mistakes, keep them coming. I'll take minor mistakes. Uh, if like still no major ones so far. Yo, B-Frog, thanks for the good luck. Kind of on the run of my life right now. Trying to keep a flow state and not overthink it. I don't know how I keep doing this. Yes, I was commenting on that. I am 103 off SOP into WSM. What, like truly, I don't get how this is happening. This just like these past like 4 nights with the Darker, it's some of the craziest, genuinely, some of the craziest like rapid fire improvement I might have ever had in this game. Obviously, there's still a lot of this run left, but no matter how it ends up, I think I can safely say this is part of the craziness that's been going on. Oh, no clip. That kind of looks like it might have been in the wall. Dude, yeah, and what I was saying just a minute ago, B-Frog, going along with this whole, like, closest on thing, is like, this has, like, never happened in a Darker run. I've gone, like, a full 2 hours at this point with basically no major mistake, like, in the double digits of time loss at all. There have been quite a few minor mistakes instead. Anywhere between like 2 to 5 seconds, and there have been a good few of those. But nothing that ultimately significant. And it's just like, I am moving Mario so well at the moment. No, man, it's unreal. Bonk, let's keep bonking, yep. 2, 3. Bird's in a really good spot. That's one of the great advantages of switching back to Invis Road. That was scary, I can't lie. But the point is, the birds low down, and that's time to save. Yeah, I dropped VC, and it was because I watched BP's tutorial on it, and he gave the warning that with really fast Volcano Cave Cruisin' movement, you're still only saving about 2 over Invisible Road. And it turns out I was doing safer movement in that sub-area. Still fast, but definitely safer. So I probably wasn't saving time, and especially when you consider my Wooded 2 bird cycles were worse, I had to get them higher up. So I'm probably saving, like, honestly, a few seconds back by reverting to Invisible Road. I did watch the rest of BP's tutorial as well, very well made, and kinda started practicing the faster movement in that sub-area. I'm not terrible at it, but not crazy consistent, and I sure would not want to go for it that late in a darker run, which is necessary to save time with at all. And like, if I get the bird higher up in Wooded, it's probably still not saving time, even with that faster movement. 12:26, fine. Alright, well, still 110 off Sob. The Sob gap's probably gonna shoot up a little bit in Sand 2 because my Sand 2 gold is just cracked. It was an IL, and I have not played that close to it in a run. But, you know, no big deal. Less than an hour left. I can do it. Are we for real? That'll be the dumb minor mistake of this split. Just something like that every split, and there's not gonna be major mistakes. So, it trades off. I'll keep saying it. I unfortunate. I wonder, it's probably faster to get the checkpoint, right? Yeah, and like, I got that bullet bill faster because it was spawning in and I'd be waiting on it anyways. Yeah, good fish. Great fish. I'm currently just being absolutely hit by the nerves inside, which I really need to not be at this point, but I can't help it. This is actually a really good Sand 2 as well, though. It sure would be a shame if I were, to die, perhaps in poison over here when it's going this well. No, I did die in the poison. No. So tragic. That is not how to do Sand 2 Jam. Do I even go for it at this point? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Nice, nice. And it's still like an 11:45? Okay. Oh my god. And I got Giggler earlier, so there's some potential in Metro 2. 30149 is a total reference to one of the GOAT Darker Side runs to exist. It was a Mark's PB with no IP skip, no outfit route. And I remember that run just from the longest time. I'd reference it, it would blow my mind. He got a time like that, without those routes. Do not forget to hat and seek. I was just thinking in my head, where's my minor Metro 2 mistake? Like a bonk or something. There it is.
Just one can do it. Hold cat. Move on down of this.
That was another awesome split. I don't know if it golds, it's really close. I just beat the gold I got from like a bunch of ILing. What? Why? I cannot handle this right now. Sure, give me mid RNG to calm me down. I beat that with a bonk too. I beat the Metro 2 with a bonk, Seaside 2 with a damage refill. That's just how well I was playing in the rest of them. I'm still a minute 24 off Sob. Man, somebody stop me. God. Oh, that didn't end as badly as last time, but it easily could have.
This is so happy. This is you.
That's not good command.
Come on. Let's go. Remember when in old Darker runs when I had a severe problem with wanting to get Broken Pillar there? I'm torn with it right now. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Be the ultra safety lure. Okay. This is not the best Lake 2. I'm losing like 15 to gold. But you know what? We can have a split like that. How it hasn't happened already? No clue. 13, 14, sure. 301 BPT did. I don't need 301 BPT right now. I think I made the smart move just to ensure I didn't die. Even if it's a little bit of time loss. That was fun. I got the ground pound, but the lava bubble captured before the moon spawned. Yeah, what, 138 off Sob now instead of the 120 whatever. I would honestly be willing to bet, besides like first run and all of that nonsense, this would be like the closest I've ever played to Sob still up to this point. It's not real. It's not. Make it, please. Yes. Oh, there it is. I would say the minor mistake in this split was the lava bubble thing, but like, it is tradition at this point to bonk somewhere. I wonder how much bonks have added up to in this run. Probably between like 15 and 20 seconds. But still, just like 0 major double-digit mistakes. Alright, what we're dumping 401. I'm pretty confident I have 401. I am. Yippee! I cannot function. But my nervous insides are still just like glitching at me, and I have to push through that to stay in the zone. It's not easy. Oh. Oh, I just felt like my nerves just got so much worse with Moon Dump being passed. I've got this. I've got this. I have wiggle room. I can do it. Yeah. No way! I didn't need to capture Big Chain Shop. Bonk! There it is! Every split! That one probably doesn't lose as much as like any of the other bonks though, because I just like fell right to the spot. Oh my god. I don't know how I still haven't cracked with the, like, how the nerves are just shooting. I really don't. Was that the best Lost 2 ever? No. Was it still good? Yes. Alright, I am, terrified of this split right here, capsule. I did practice earlier though. I have wiggle room, and if I get past it, I think I'm mostly chill. Bonk! This is such a meme now. That's just a running joke of this entire run. Cackling. Oh, I'm coming up on the thing. Oh god, oh god, oh god. How in the world did I recover that? Okay, okay, I'm not complaining. I'm going to actually have a heart attack. What is nice about this run is, had I failed that once, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. But guess what? I didn't fail it once, and okay. Okay, okay. Okay. I'll put it out there. If anyone so desires to do any sort of on-pace Odyssey, you have my full permission. I'm so nervous that it's not going to change anything.
Fena theory da.
Definitely no need to, but I thought I'd put it out there.
Kudar hine.
Minus 52. Actually, shut up. I'll put it on regular PB comp for y'all this last little bit. Alright. As secure as this is, what's really going to help the nerves and bless the rest of it is a little track 46 action. minor mistake here. It's not a bonk. It's a lava hit, which is similar. I know I shouldn't do that. I got greedy because it doesn't matter. Good enough. -100. Oh shoot. I'm not going to PB by that much though. Well, I mean because of that. Okay, that can be the minor mistake here. Oh, and looks like I'm not quite finishing sub 2 minutes off Sob, but like, what? 2 minutes off Sob and Darker? Hello? No, I was gonna say, no way in hell am I doing Darker FRS. Which my PB does do. And I'm also just like, you can see in my gameplay, like, the crazy shaky nervousness. Alright. That was the last little thing I was thinking could be a little bit of a roadblock. Got one of my sketchy ones, like normal. I think we're in go mode now, chat. Warning. I'm gonna play Darker Side like the biggest baby imaginable if I can. Which I mean I'm quite sure I can. I don't think there's like any world in which I'm missing a Toadette achievement or anything. I think it's smooth sailing. I really do. In more. Two. One. Alright. 500 moods. 256. Stop the timer. Trust. Alright. Three 0229 BPT. I've got this. Not gonna do anything dumb, just gonna close it out.
Here we go, off the rails. Now it's time to raise our sails. It's Freedom Live.
Y'all aren't ready for this Darker FRSS? I would get yelled at if I tried it right now, and no worries, I would never. I'm not that silly. Just gonna go on a little stroll here along the Flower Road. That's good. I guess y'all were ready for Flower Road Skip Skip. But were you ready for you Skip Skip? That's the real question. We are just like 100% securing this. You skip skip, yeah, new technique unlocked. Okay, camera. 302.36. Oh my. Oh. Wow. Oh, well, wow. I don't have words. That's crazy. Thanks for the GGs. 212 off Psalm in a Darker run. Yeah, get lost. Zero singular mistakes and that lost 10 plus seconds. Yeah, no. That's. No, that's not how that works, 12. That's not. No, genuinely, that run was so good. I don't think, no matter how much I keep trying, if I were to keep trying with current strats, could I 301? I really don't. That is all I wanted in this category. I appreciate the lurking, and you. I'm glad you were thinking of my locked in stay. I was thinking chat was a little quiet, which I kind of liked and didn't like at the same time for how this run was going. Yeah, that might be some of my best gameplay in a speedrun. Period. I mean it really. Well, convince me all you want. I am done grinding Darker. This is a fantastic culmination of just how I've been zoning in on playing this category well recently. I'll I might still do like fringe races if people are racing here and there. I still have my semifinals match, not this weekend, but next weekend, which I'm kind of I'm cooked, but it'll be fun. Golden Metro 2, like you said, that's true. You did say that. I golden it with a bonk. I was amazed that was one of the splits I golden because that was one of the few post game splits I IL'd down to a solid time.